Hey yo, what's good YouTube? Wow.
I got too excited. Chill.
Fuck that. Hey yo, what's good YouTube? This is your boy Turner, and I'm back again with another fucking banger. It's reaction time. Today we're gonna be reacting to fucking the rematch between Alex Pereira and the style bender Isreal Adesanya. Who the fuck you think is gonna win?
I don't know, bro. We'll see. Like, I'll tell you after I've seen them fight around or something. Like, I don't know the people how.
Could've just said that. Fine. Now we're gonna watch the trilogy of what happened, and they already fought. Now they're gonna have a fucking rematch. We're gonna watch the trilogy behind scenes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me quit talking and let's start the video.
Many years ago.
Thundering left hook sends Isreal Adesanya crashing down, and he's floating in and out of consciousness. He's badly dazed and confused and needs oxygen and assistance to get up. Meet Alex Pereira, a ruthless striking specialist from Brazil, who has beaten arguably one of the greatest MMA fighters on 3 separate occasions. Unlike the majority of fighters across the globe, Alex Pereira's family stems from an indigenous tribe that coexists with nature in the depths of the Amazon rainforest. When many would walk to the fridge for dinner, Alex's family would set foot into the wild with a bow and arrow. Eventually his family would swap the natural jungle for the concrete jungle, settling in the infamous favelas that engulf Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Deaths of 25 people. It happened in one of Rio de Janeiro's poorest neighborhoods known as favelas.
Alex was born in the unfavorable side of Sao Paulo, where the poor reside largely in the self-run and gang-controlled favelas, almost cut off from the prosperous minority that inhabit the rest of the city. The children born into such a society suffer disproportionately as they grow up surrounded by drugs, violence and murder. Alex indeed would pay the price. A school dropout by the age of 12, turned alcoholic by the age of 13. His lifestyle consisted of 12 hours of work a day in a tire shop, fueled by Brazilian rum, surrounded by adults. It is highly likely that many children fall victim to the criminal world that consumes the life in the favelas. The burning desire to free oneself from such conditions is said to rely upon the prospect of becoming 2 things, a football player or a fighter. There is no surprise Brazil has graced UFC with many champions who have ruled over many weight classes and divisions with such domination. Alex would prove himself a true champion and dig himself out of the life that could have buried him. His savior was kickboxing. The sport encouraged him to beat his alcohol addiction and set him on his path to a glorious career in the sport. By the age of 21, he embarked upon a career and built himself a reputation for his devastating stone fists, earning him the nickname Powertan, translating literally to hands of stone. Alex has a sister who witnessed the same struggles as him, and she too also started kickboxing. He would help her prepare for fights, as they dreamed of both becoming kickboxing champions. It is safe to say fighting is in their blood. Alex experienced a turbulent start to his kickboxing career. He endured losses which were masked over by impressive victories. Although he remained largely unknown, it wasn't until he met the Black Dragon, Isreal Adesanya, that he got the recognition he deserved. Isreal was inspired to start fighting from the movie On Back and watching Jackie Chan. He made a name for himself on the local scene and was brought over by Chinese kickboxing organizations.
The Chinese brought me over as a journeyman for they guys to beat up on. So they gave me a name, for sure. Halo. That means the Black Dragon.
The kickboxing greats went to war on 2 different occasions. The first fight turned out to be largely inconclusive. Alex landed some significant strikes in the first round, only to be put on the back foot in the second round until he regained composure and delivered some beautiful combos. In the third round, Izzy was able to inject dominance, but it wasn't enough to win the fight as the judges scored the contest in Alex's favor. A rematch was inevitable.
It was a relatively close fight, but if I had to judge, I would have given it to Pereira.
1 year later, later, the pair met once again. It appeared Adesanya had come ready for war to avenge his loss. The first and second round was snatched by Izzy, Alex narrowly surviving the standing count in the second. It seemed that vengeance was on the cards, until that famous left hook of the Brazilian devastated his opponent.
But Alex Pereira is one of the scariest fucking strikers on planet Earth. He's a bad motherfucker. That dude is different. He's scary. He's scary. Even when he was over in Glory, I was a big fan of his over in kickboxing. He was fucking everybody up in 2 different weight classes over there. Right. Dude, he hits people and it doesn't even make sense. That dude has nuclear power. He's got crazy power. He's one of the most vicious knockout artists in Glory history.
Alex pursued his next conquest and became the first fighter to become a double-weight kickboxing champion in Glory. Interestingly, Adesanya chose a different path and moved to MMA, which arguably granted him higher accolades.
He's special, man. I think he's going to be the next big superstar. I really do. He's got everything going for him. Spectacular talent, great personality. He's fun. I mean, he fights with as much skill as we've ever seen a striker. I mean, he's Anderson Silva 2.0. He really is, man. His striking's out of this fucking world, man.
He would solidify his place in middleweight greatness as he picked apart Robert Whittaker on his own soil. Izzy would go on to earn $500,000 after his victory, whereas championship fighters in Glory were earning around $20,000 per fight. The next conquest for Alex Pereira was clear. He would dedicate all of his time and effort into MMA with the aim of setting the UFC alight and cashing in on some big fights.
Guerra said, Adesanya hasn't thought about me. He left kickboxing. He never thought about me again. He never thought he would see me again. I thought about Adesanya every single day that I've gone to bed.
Pereira's first MMA encounter would result in a submission loss. He went on to win his next 3 fights, building recognition along the way, most importantly with Dana White, and Alex was signed to the UFC. It was a fairy tale debut for Alex. A brutal knee combination almost knocked the head off his opponent. The second matchup ended via decision in Alex's favor, but it would be the third test that mattered the most. The opponent, Sean Strickland, a true veteran of the sport who had never lost at middleweight and had a top 10 ranking. A swift, venomous left hook left Strickland crumbling towards the canvas. Dazed and confused.
Isreal is essentially cleaned out the middleweight division.
How many years he is middleweight champion? 3, 4? I think he deserves some respect, you know. Don't treat him like this.
Because I've already kind of cleared the path by clearing out the middleweight division, there was really no one else for me to fight.
And I'm so impressed at how fast he came through the ranks. I cannot think of a guy who went from 0 to main event as quickly.
We have that history in kickboxing, so yeah, you know, they set him up nicely, and I like that.
The only contender that Izzy hasn't beaten in the middleweight division is now Alex Pereira, and the UFC set an event between these two old foes was irresistible.
Isreal Adesanya wanted to turn around right after this last fight. We said it was Pereira, he said perfect.
This wasn't a fight that was forced upon you by the UFC. You want this fight.
Yeah, of course.
You want this fight.
I've never ever ducked anyone, ever.
But it's not the UFC.
I ain't going nowhere.
He's just such an intimidating figure.
Oh, yeah.
Pereira, right? Every time he even looks at Izzy, you can tell he's almost licking his chops. He can't wait to get back in there and fight him again.
Ah, for sec. Hey guys, you must watch my ads, man.
To lose, you don't just lose the fight, you lose all of that goes with it, the lifestyle, the stardom, the fame, the deal, the money.
Don't worry, hey, he's got bragging rights. Talk all the you want. Talk all the you want.
Only one man knows the secret to beat Isreal Adesanya. The one who did it before is tailor-made to do it again. Both men landed devastating blows, with Pereira hanging on in the first round only to be saved by the bell. Adesanya seemed a man in usual control, picking away at his opponent and generally controlling the fight. The fatigue of Alex Pereira looked likely to ignite his downfall, but it seemed the heart and hunger of the Brazilian surfaced as round 5 commenced. A flurry of brutal fists ended Adesanya's unbeaten run in the middleweight division. Once again, it looked like Izzy was edging to victory, but the iron fist of Pereira had different ideas.
This guy is a comeback kid.
Yeah.
Same way last time. That's the thing. It's like same way as last time.
Alex has silenced all who doubted him. He has truly risen like a phoenix and is now the UFC's middleweight champion. For Alex Pereira, the dream has come true. He has successfully built a career on his merits and freed himself of the crime and alcoholism that awaited him in the favelas of Sao Paulo. But perhaps more importantly, which will stand as eternal inspiration for many, is the example he set for millions of children who are born in the same tough circumstances he was. Much like the Brazilian greats who set the path before him, he too has given hope to all and shown that this journey to greatness is possible.
But the question everybody wants to know, do you want the smoke again?
I will fight you until I beat you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'll be 60. I will come to your favela. I'll knock on your fucking table. My walking stick and be like, yo, you and me right now.
Aye, did you hear that African blood right now? Ah, boy. So who you think is gonna win now, nigga? Cause they fucking fighting.
They're gonna fight again.
Yeah, rematch. Look at it, fucking Alex fucked him up.
Yeah.
Took his belt.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one indeed. It's a tough one indeed.
It's a tough one. Like he's trying to defend and he's trying to reclaim his own.
And he beat him twice already.
Twice.
Kickboxing.
Hey,
And then
third
once
time
in
is a
UFC.
charm, hey?
And once in UFC.
Third time is a charm.
Yeah,
hey?
he already lost.
In UFC.
Yeah, he lost twice in kickboxing, once in UFC. So that time is not the charm. So when do you think is gonna win?
He's not gonna lose for the fourth time.
Dog, I'm saying Alex is gonna fuck him up. And I'm a Stylebender fan, right? But like, hey, Alex is just too much, bro. The nigga's huge, bro. The nigga's just huge. But we'll see. The countdown.
But
I will drop
the
reaction.
The nigga also has heart. So we'll just see, bro. We'll see. Hey, I'm rooting for you. Don't disappoint.
He's not gonna see this for fun.
Who cares? I'm still rooting for him.
This is the end of the video. Suck my dick.
Till we meet again.